I've been so many places in my life and time. I've sung a lot of songs. I've made some bad rhymes. I've acted out my life in stages with 10,000 people watching. But we're alone now, and I'm singing this song to you. Have you noticed how often music finds you when you need it the most? The right song at the right time. And that's because music has an impact on all of us on many levels. Our brain, our mind, our body. Music takes us to another place, another time. And imagine your favorite movie without any music at all. It would be like your favorite dish without any salt or spice, tasteless. Music changed my life. It helped me recover from the death of my father. And then it helped me accept who I am and embrace my dream to become an artist. And I believe that music is a magical tool that we can all use. A magical tool that translates words and sounds into emotions. And we can then learn from these emotions and turn them into action. Did you know, for instance, that when you listen to music, almost your entire brain is stimulated? We used to think that language and math came from the the right side of our brain, and that music and art came from the left side. Well, this is wrong. Daniel Levitin, professor at McGill, explained that when you listen to music or when you play an instrument, your entire brain, both sides of your brain, are triggered. Some people even think that listening to music on a regular basis could make us more clever. That's why I try to listen to it as much as I can. Music is one of the most ancient forms of art. It's also one of the oldest ways for people to connect with each other. And let me give you a few examples. If I sing, I wanna love you and treat you right. I wanna love you every day and every night. We'll be together with the roof right over our head. We'll share the shelter, yeah, of my single day. Where does that take you? Well, for me, when I sing it, I feel like, and you can probably see it, a warm wave of love and happiness for all the people around me. It speaks to my heart. Let's take another example about connection. And I'm gonna ask you to help me a little bit with the tempo on this one. So a bit similar than before. Okay, so it goes like... Bit more? I need to hear you a bit more. Oh, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. Oh, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me. You see, I feel that we are connected a little bit more, so it works. And it's funny because I think we all feel uplifted by this song. But if you look at the lyrics, it's actually quite sad. It's about a single woman who is longing for love. But with music, the lyrics don't always matter because it takes you somewhere else. It says something different to your brain. And to go further, the language of the lyrics don't necessarily matter as well. You don't need to understand the language because your brain knows exactly how to understand the language of music. In one of his lectures, Professor Charles Taylor explained that your brain knows how to recognize the pitch, the tempo, but also the emotions behind the music from the moment you're exposed to it, even as a child. So we're going to test this idea with a song in French. This one is a bit more challenging because you might not understand the lyrics and you might not know the song. But let's see if you can feel anything with this one. And there is no right or wrong answer here. It's just about feelings, any feeling. So I'm gonna ask you to close your eyes and focus on the music and the emotions. Il manque quelqu'un près de moi. Je me retourne, tout le monde est là. D'où vient ce sentiment bizarre que je suis seule? Parmi tous ces amis et ces filles qui ne valent que quelques mots d'amour. You can open your eyes. So, how can all of this help us understand ourselves a little bit more? Well, it requires our input. You are the one who can decide to learn from what music teaches you and take actions. It's like a therapy. A therapist might tell you, this is why you feel sad. Or here, this is why you feel lost, you should do this. But then, it's on you to decide what you're going to do with it. In my personal case, music allowed me to embrace my dream. I used to be a lawyer, I was married, and on paper, I had the perfect life. But I felt trapped and miserable. I felt that constant need to please people. Their needs were more important than mine, and I thought that I didn't deserve anything. I wanted to meet their expectations constantly. Because if my friends and my family were happy because of me, maybe I would be happy too. And back then, I had to stop listening to music, the thing that I love the most, because it made me too emotional. And I had to suppress these emotions simply to function. Actually, you might know that feeling of loneliness and frustration, but I think a song might explain it better. And so I wake in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and I get real high and I scream from top of my lungs, what's going on? Where I say, hey, 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 hey. Oh, I say, hey, what's going on? Thank you. And so, somehow, I ended up in a life that was not for me. And at one point, my father passed away, and I had to deal with all that pain. And that's when I realized that actually music could help me heal. That it could help me deal with these emotions, and that these emotions were a signal, and I can't avoid them anymore. So I started actively listening to music. And I was trying to understand why I was always going back to the same songs, why it impacted me so much, and why I couldn't deal with it. And with time, it became obvious that I was just unhappy with my life, with my job, and that I wanted to sing. I desperately wanted to sing, so I did. And you might say, yeah, all right, but you're a musician, so it's different. And it's true that I studied music when I was a teenager, but back then, it didn't feel right at all for me to come up on a stage in front of you guys and sing, or to write my own songs. And my point is, music does not only belong to musicians. It belongs to all of us. And if you look back over human history, you'll see that music was the thing that everybody could do with their friends and their families. And even today, in many countries, we get together and music is with us, all along. We sing at birthdays, we listen to music to celebrate, but we also use music through dark times, after a breakup or when someone we love passes away. Music is with us all along. And there should not be any boundaries between music lovers and music experts. Why? Because music is much more than something you learn. Music is something you feel. No matter your age, no matter your background, your brain knows exactly how to understand it, how to love it, and it brings out your emotions. So use that magic translator from words and sounds to emotions. Use it to understand what's going on in your mind and what you really want for yourself. The more you're exposed to it, the better you'll get at feeling it. I'm going to leave you with a musical prayer, the song that was with me all along and helped me go through the deepest pain. And I address it to you. I wish we knew how it would feel to be free. I wish we could break all the chains holding us. I wish we could say all the things that we want to say them loud or say them clear for the whole round world to hear. Thank you.